is a box of slides called 1955 Yellowstone, but it starts with a picture in Seattle.
This first picture is a picture of Libby, about 18 months old, sitting on the seawall that was in front of our house. It's very dark. You can't see it well. The seawall is in front of our house, and the, what's that, Puget Sound?
Yeah.
Is beyond it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Now off to Yellowstone.
This you can't very well see it, but down, it's no, I can see it. I mean, you can't see the critter.
The chipmunk.
Yeah. So you can't very well see the chipmunk, but we're all, Daniel and Roy and I, are leaning over a stone wall looking at a chipmunk who's down there begging for food. And that's what it is.
In Yellowstone.
Yes, in Yellowstone.
There's some brilliant people feeding grizzly bears in Yellowstone.
Is that a Pontiac or an Oldsmobile?
That's a Pontiac. I think it's a 54 Pontiac.
But I can't see the license plate. I don't think they're from around here.
Anyone who would stop their car, and this bear comes up and puts his claws on the side of their car.
And they feed him.
And they're feeding him out the window. That is the most stupid thing. And he's probably gouging holes in their walls, in their car as well.
But remember, that's when they used to make cars out of metal.
Yeah, they scratch the paint. Look at that Yellowstone. This, I think, was before the earthquake, wasn't it? Remember the earthquake that changed everything?
That isn't relevant. I don't want to date it for that. I think that the earthquake happened before we made this trip.
Well, what I'm saying is that a lot of these things that were bubbling up at that time weren't there before the earthquake, and some of the ones that were there disappeared after the earthquake. Right. So I don't know what this is. It's
an old faithful wasn't faithful anymore.
No, it still erupted, but not on time.
It used to go off on the... Describe that one.
There's Daniel having to go to the bathroom, and I'm helping him because we don't want him to get his clothes wet, then we'd have to change him. So we're going to the bathroom in Yellowstone. Oh, this is a picture of the old brown Travelall with the trailer. We're coming back from Seattle.
And you know how we got that trailer? Somebody gave us a washing machine when I was working for Boeing, and we didn't need it anymore because we couldn't take it back to Colorado, so we traded it for a trailer so we could bring all our shit back.
That's right. That trailer was full of who knows
domestic
what junk. Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. And
that's the wash machine thing?
That's somewhere in Yellowstone. We don't know where.
Someplace with a highway.
Yes.
That's the highway.
There's Gloria and Daniel and Roy sitting in front of a waterfall somewhere along the highway.
Where were your daughters?
They had gone home with Grandma and Grandpa Swan on the train, taking a train trip home from Seattle. We didn't have them. They were gone with their grandparents. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know what that is.
That's the same stretch of road a little further along.
Oh, so they had to build it up like that.
After the earthquake. I think that part of the highway was destroyed in the earthquake.
Well,
so this is all brand new.
There was an earthquake in 55?
I don't know when it was, but it really tore up the place.
That's one of the most volatile seismic places on Earth.
There's the highway up above.
Wow, what a beautiful... I think it comes around this way. What a beautiful waterfall. In Yellowstone. Oh, I think
that's Yellowstone
probably
Falls.
Yellowstone, yeah. Yellowstone Falls, probably.
Why the area got the name Yellowstone, because it's all yellow.
I would agree. That's probably exactly right. Oh, and there's another. See, we took a lot of scenic pictures, you know.
Yeah. Well, these were stereo slides, so they'd be prettier
in
stereo. You'd have a lot more depth.
Yeah. Oh, and there we are in a little cabin in Yellowstone, and the cabin had no water, no bathroom, and had a little...
Did have electricity.
It had electricity, and it had a little, what we used to call a monkey stove. A little stove, you can almost see it there. And to get any heat, you had to get up in the morning and start a fire in the stove. And then you poured water into the little like pan there to wash your face and so forth. But
when you got up in the morning, there was ice on the water.
There was ice on the water, and you had to go outside to the outhouse to go to the bathroom.
What time of year was this? I think this is before opening day, like April.
I think it was opening day.
April of '56.
I think it was opening day. That's why we got into the park.
Well, you could go before opening day, but none of the concessions were open. The highways were open.
So there's somebody
but
getting...
the hotels and the motels and the groceries.
There's Roy getting his face washed with ice water. I'm sure he didn't appreciate that.
So I would get the camera out too. That's what I would do.
And see the water, then you had to take the water and throw it outside. There's the little stove. And you had that water. You could heat up the water, pour the water into the little pan.
Was Daniel 5 by then?
He was not in school.
I think he was 5.
He might have been 5.
In September of '55. So if this was April of '56, he was 5 plus.
Might have been. Ooh, there's mist on the Yellowstone Lake. There's Old Faithful.
Which is no longer faithful.
Well, it's still erupting, but it doesn't...
It's not regular anymore.
It used to be exactly on the hour, every hour.
But
now
no, it was 64 minutes.
Now it goes whenever it feels like it. People stand around waiting for it to go. Oh, this is Cheeseman Park. This is back in Denver. And there is, let's see, Jenny must be about 3, don't you think?
Yes.
Daniel's about 5 and Roy's about 7.
That's it.
Where did we